Hello and welcome to the first ever episode of the Footy Fancast, brand new podcast, all things footy, with myself, Pat, and
myself, Max.
Yes, mate. So brand new podcast, all things basically at the moment just like Prem and Championship, with myself being a Brighton fan and who do you support, Max?
Yeah, I support Leeds, so I'll give you your Championship updates, all that exciting stuff, and why Leeds can't win.
Yeah, well, we'll go. Well, you were at the game yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah.
Give us a little download of how that was.
It was just like such a predictable Championship game where you've got like a top-heavy side that's just been relegated coming in against a side bottom at league. So you had Leeds trying to be free-flowing and attacking and trying to just walk into the net. You had Sheff Wednesday just coming for the point. If they can get us on the break, they'll get us. It would about 40 minutes in, the dust had settled, and it was a bit like, it's not going anywhere. This we had Perot sitting deep as well, though. It was so.
My mate also went to the game. I spoke to him after the game, and he said that Wednesday just looked like they put 10 men behind the ball.
Literally.
Just playing for a point. I mean, you can't you can't blame them too much. I guess they're a very weak side. We're gonna go into our Championship predictions later on, actually, so I won't give too much away, but I have mentioned them, let's say, in my predictions. So
they might creep up in mine as well.
We'll get to that later. But so yourself, you're a Leeds fan, and I'm a Brighton Hove Albion fan. So this weekend's been very kind to me, to say the least. Yeah. You know, I was pretty nervous going into this game, actually. Both sides had just come off a loss, so we both had a lot to prove, and we've come out on top quite comfortably. Evan Ferguson coming through with a hat-trick. What a boy, man. 18 years old.
He's the youngest hat-trick scorer since Michael Owen, apparently, in the Prem.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What a boy, mate. We've just signed him on a long-term deal as well.
2028?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm really happy about that. So...
Probably selling for 9 figures next year.
Yeah, Chelsea will come with the 1 billion release clause or something, do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's get straight into it. So we're going to start the episode off with our Premier League predictions. So we've obviously got a couple of games. We've got a couple of games to go off, right? We've actually got a game going on. We've got 2 games going on at the moment. We've got Palace Wolves and Liverpool Villa. Liverpool are actually 1-0 up at the moment early in the game. So we've got a few games to go off to judge it.
Got a transfer window as well.
We'll get
best time to make a prediction now.
We'll get into that later as well, actually, won't we? Our transfer roundup.
Yeah.
So, how we're gonna do this? We're gonna go for we're gonna do our top 7, I think, and we're going to Europe places, aren't we? Top 7, 8.
I've got 8 here, yeah.
Yeah, top 8, and then we're gonna go for relegations, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Let's get into it then. So, who have you got winning the league this season?
Right, this might come as a surprise to some people, but I've actually gone Man City.
Man City? Yeah. Really, really heavy now. Yeah, I mean, I think probably you'll ask anyone who's not an Arsenal fan. I mean, I think you probably got quite a lot of Arsenal fans who are expecting it as well, to be honest. But I think, City they're just different gravy, aren't they?
They are so good, man. They're just inevitable.
Yeah.
I was watching the game and just making notes of what to talk about, and I've actually just wrote down here, City are inevitable.
Yeah. Just watching Foden over the last few games as well. I mean, I watched the Newcastle game, and he's going to get a lot of game time now with De Bruyne being out, I think.
Yeah. I
feel like he's going to have to step up with that role. I mean, they're playing Alvarez quite centrally as well, actually, in behind. So him and Alvarez this season look like they're going to cook.
Foden is more than capable of filling De Bruyne's boots.
I mean, some boots to fill there, to be fair, you know what I mean? But
I feel like if I'm looking at the squad and who I've got, if I'm Pep, then I'm putting my trust in Foden and I'm not panicking. I'm not sweating.
Yeah,
the way he played
good.
yesterday was so active.
So good. Just his technical ability, crazy. And then obviously you've got Haaland, who's
just
another hat trick.
He actually scored his penalty yesterday, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Thank God for my fantasy team.
Yeah, I got 38 points or something stupid from him. I should have triple captained him.
Yeah, well, it's early doors to triple captain, isn't it? But
I've seen a few floating around. To be fair, someone's
triple captain Havertz this.
Yeah,
this
see how it goes. That's the one that I'm on about.
Yeah. Speaking of Havertz, I've actually put Arsenal as second in my predictions.
Have you?
Yeah.
See, I'm going for another team that wears red.
Really?
But I'm going Liverpool.
Really?
I think that midfield rebuild that they've done this summer has been great. And I just think they'll get it right this year because they've got more to prove now. And I feel like Klopp works best when the expectation's a little bit lower, but he can come back into it. So I think Liverpool will finish second, but I think it's going to be close with who I've got third.
Yeah, see, I've put Arsenal second because, well, I think it's a long season, you know.
Yeah.
I think they've showed promising signs and they haven't had Gabriel Jesus fit either, have they yet? So they've still got a long way to go, I think, but it's a long season, as I said.
Such a long season.
They've got Champions League now as well, haven't
Yeah.
they? So that's going to be they're going to have to prove themselves through that as well. But I still think they're going to come good. You know, I think they've got the squad there now. That they've got Rice in, massive signing for them. I think, when they brought Havertz in, I mean that's a lot of money for Havertz. He's, I'd say, not done an awful lot in terms of Premier. Obviously, got the Champions League goal, big goal for Chelsea, but in the league, has he really done that much to justify a 60 million?
65 million?
Was it? Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I mean,
floating around, isn't it?
it's the right squad depth, I guess. You know what I mean? They need the depth. That's where they lacked, and they've got that now. I think so. I think the longevity is there for me to get him second. You mentioned obviously your third. Is it another red team? You said
it's another red team. It's Arsenal.
Yeah, so we've got our second and third because I've put Liverpool third. And you've put, so we've got our second and third switched around.
Yeah, see, I was taking a look at Arsenal's Champions League group, and it's not too bad either. So like the first half of the season, when it's just group stage Champions League, I think they're going to be all right because they've got Sevilla.
Yeah,
PSV.
To be fair, Sevilla.
Sevilla could cause problems. They are. I love Sevilla, mate.
Yeah.
I think they're a great side, but I think then they've got PSV and Lens. So I'm not gonna say easy fixtures because it's never easy, but. As far as you could be Newcastle, couldn't you? You could be in Newcastle's group.
I mean, we'll mention Newcastle later, I'm sure, because as I said, we've got a top 8. And I think most people have put them. Most people I've spoken to anyway have put them within the top 8.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I put Liverpool third because I mean, to be fair, I mean they could easily even get second. It's going to be tight, I think, for those sort of top sort of second, third, fourth. I think it is going to be quite a tight gap. But yeah, Liverpool's midfield this year, they've needed to strengthen their midfield for years.
Yeah.
And they've brought in McAllister.
Unfortunately.
What a player, man. I love McAllister so much, mate. And I thought he's lucky to be brought back, to be fair. But it wasn't, I don't think it was a red card. I think it's the right decision.
Yeah, I think it was definitely the right decision.
And they obviously got the 3 points against Liverpool. Darwin Núñez coming through clutch.
See, a lot of people like jump on Núñez and say, "Oh, he's not that good. I don't like him," and things like that. I like Núñez personally.
Mate,
really like him.
I think he's got it in him to become a very, very good striker in the Premier League.
I think his ceiling's so high.
He's still young.
Yeah.
And he's only really played in what was he played? Benfica, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's only really played in leagues like that, and give him a bit of time. I think he can come through.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I think he's shown that against Newcastle with them 2 finishes. They weren't easy finishes.
Great finishes,
under the circumstance, Liverpool had 10 men.
Yeah.
You need to take whatever chance you get, and I think he took them. So
I
just think it's a good sign.
Completely agree, mate. Who have you got in fourth then?
I've got Spurs.
Spurs.
Yeah, I've got Spurs, and I mean halfway through the season it could all get a little bit Spursy, but I actually made.
Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it?
I had Spurs, honestly, right? I had Spurs like floating in between 8th and 6th, like coming into it. But I watched them yesterday, and I did change my mind a little bit. Like the way that like Son played, especially Maddison, man.
Yeah,
Maddison's so good.
I said I've put them 5th myself because I put someone else above them, but obviously, but
no, you didn't. Never.
What I was gonna say was I had them lower as well, but I have moved them up, judging from what I've seen so far. I thought they were going to struggle without Kane. I thought Richarlison's not that guy.
No, he's not. I don't think he is.
And I thought they would struggle to get the goal. I mean, I know they're gonna have to share him around, but didn't think it would. I think they would have taken them time to sort of find their groove a bit because they relied on Kane so much recently.
I think that's what held them back, though. I don't want to say it because I know it's controversial, but I feel like the dependency on how we've got Kane, he can score when we need it if times get tough, and then when Kane didn't perform, it was a bit like where the goals coming from. Son had a bit of an off season last season as well.
Yeah, so Son's obviously stepped up, big role captain.
Yeah.
Come in, scored a hat-trick yesterday as well. Hat-trick of hat-tricks yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, they looked great. I mean, Burnley, I don't even think Burnley are a bad side as well. I thought they're definitely going to be the team that have come up from the Championship. I think they're going to be the best performing team from the promoted sides.
Yeah, Burnley reminded me a bit of Leeds when we came up because Company had changed his style of play. It's sort of like, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, we'll probably score.
Early on, they did look like they were going to give them a good game. Like they showed some promising signs, but
I think this game was on whilst I was at Elland Road, so I didn't see much.
Yeah, it was a free. I only watched the highlights on matchday, to be fair. But early on, it looked like they did show some promising signs, but at the end of the day, Spurs were just a class above. They tried to play their game plan, didn't really change it. Obviously, Company playing his style of playing, and Spurs just sort of pressured them off the ball. They had some big spaces. I mean, Maddison at the edge of the box.
That's such a good goal.
What a finish that is. You know what I mean? You can't give them that much space. And if you've been trying to play that style of play, leave that many gaps. Maddison at the edge of the box, you got to get punished.
I seen that they were 1-0 up, in a comfortable position in the game, and then they were defending 2v2s, like allowing 2-on-2 defending. That's how Son scored his first goal.
So much space on that far side.
Too much space, especially against a side like Spurs, and that's why I'm saying it remind me of Leeds. Like, I think they'll be all right.
But yeah, against the mid-table, lower-table teams, I think Burnley will be fine.
They'll pick up points. Like I think Burnley would probably do a job on sides like Luton. I mean, I know it's Luton, but maybe even Sheffield United.
But my fourth, I've actually put United, Manchester
Have you?
United. Yeah, I think that they've brought in the Nana, which is a good signing. He's had a few little moments, but
it's going to take time.
Yeah, and obviously they came back against Forest. They should never have let the game go 2-0 down that early anyway. But they came back, they got the win, so that's what matters really for them. I think once they get Højlund in at the 9, I think that's what they're lacking, because they've been playing Rashford up in the middle. It's not where you want him on the left, and since they put him back on the left, so many chances have gone through him.
He hit crazy form last season playing on the left.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's destined to be at left, like taking players on, getting them chances like through the middle. And once you've got Højlund in, who's going to be hungry for chances, like that's the sign that Man United have needed for so long. Like they need someone who's young, who's got a lot to prove, that's hungry and wants to play for the badge, rather than getting in a lone player who's, done it all already and just, what I mean, this is a smart signing, I think, for United, and quite a lot of people are pessimistic about it, I think.
Yeah, because it's like one of my pals is a Man U fan, and I think he moaned at me saying it's more of a signing for the future, whereas we need for the here and now. But I certainly think Højlund can do a job in the here and now. It might take a while just to get into that little bit of form, but I think as soon as he gets like his first goal or his first 2 goals, I think that'll set him off. So I think it's a good signing, personally.
Yeah, same. I think he's again, he might need a bit of time, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, we'll see how it goes when he's back in the squad, because he's been injured, hasn't he? I put Spurs 5th, United 4th.
Yeah.
6th.
I put Man U 5th.
Oh, sorry, I
put Man U 5th.
So we got pretty similar. We got a couple of just one odd little places. Yeah.
Yeah. What are we on? 6th.
6th.
I got Brighton.
Really?
I got Brighton, and again, it's one of the ones that I changed my mind on literally.
I'll take that. Well, that's where we finished last season, our highest ever finish.
Yeah, I think your signings have been clever. You got your Caicedo money and you didn't get excited and spend it and splash it, which I'm a bit worried that you would do, but you are run.
Our recruitment team is just second to none, mate. Honestly, it's just I'm so happy with where we are right now. Like, if you looked at us 10 years ago,
where were you 10 years ago?
Well, we were in the 3. We were. I think it might have even been 10 years ago. The season that we scraped survival in the Championship. We were. I think we managed by. It was Sammy Huppier for a while, and yeah, we scraped survival one year, but then we were up there with like playoff. We had a few playoff disasters as well, but now look at us, mate. We're thriving. But you put us sixth then, yeah.
Yeah, I have. I think your style of play is just really good. I think the game against West Ham you mainly were cost by like personal errors, like Webster.
Yeah, Webster had a shocking game that day.
Webster literally just
he
arrived, dropped a 2 out of 10 performance, and left like it was no one's business.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think sixth is good for you. I think you'll sustain it.
Sixth is really good for us, mate. I'll take that.
I think you'll sustain it. You've got an exciting
man.
brand of football, and do you know what it is? De Zerbi, he will adapt. I think as well.
Yeah.
I know you got more games this competition.
I'd say we've probably got the toughest Europa League as well. You know?
Yeah, Europa League.
That group.
Yeah, that just honks, doesn't it? But
I'll back up
I think you'll be all right. And if you pick up some wins in the Europa League as well, like the momentum that you're gonna have and taking it to the Amex is just gonna be so good. But we'll see. Matoma's gonna have another brilliant season, but I think Evan Ferguson's gonna have. He already is having a great season.
Yeah, but he's really.
I just think it's gonna develop.
Yeah, I think especially with our game, the amount of games that we've got this season, and Welbeck's lack of fitness, lack of the ability to stay fit. Yeah, I think Evan Ferguson will have a lot of opportunities this season.
You're gonna get Enciso back as well, aren't you?
He's out for a while though. I think
Yeah, but I think you'll get him back at the right time. Like you'll get him on like what final third of the season, the whole stretch of the season when the European push and things like that really starts. Like I think you'll probably float around like 9th and 8th for a bit. But I just see it panning out that way.
Oh, well, we'll get into it later where I put us because I have put us in the top 8. So
I think you've got to be fair to yourself putting yourselves in the top 8.
Yeah, especially from the game yesterday. I mean, I've actually put Newcastle 6th, who we beat 3-1 yesterday, obviously. I think Newcastle, the reason that I've put them 6th, they're obviously still a great team. Don't get me wrong. Like, they were a little bit off it yesterday, I thought. I mean, we're obviously a very good team at the moment as well. But they had some good chances yesterday that they missed. So they definitely had the opportunity to come back into the game. But they've got the depth there. The reason I put them 6th is because they've obviously got the Champions League this year. I think they'll get out of the Champions League fairly early.
I think they'll end up in Europa League.
And I think that maybe, like, if they're out of Europe early, then they can focus on the league more, and that's why they'll get that higher finish. Yeah, I say higher finish, 6th. I think that's where I've put them, rather than some people will put them a bit higher. But I think Europe. Well, I don't know. I'm double.
Are you doubting yourself?
I'm doubting myself now as well because if I put next, but then I think they could even finish higher than Newcastle.
I changed my predictions like twice this morning.
Yeah,
even on the way. I
think Newcastle. I think it heavily depends on what happens in Europe really for their season.
Yeah,
Isak looks very good yesterday. But
Callum Wilson looked decent. Like I know it was a consolation goal, but his finish was really.
Yeah, he comes off the bench and he scores almost every time, doesn't he? But yeah,
I remember when he played Leeds at Elland Road when we had Sam Allardyce, and it was like we really need to get something from this. And every time Wilson got to the box, it was just looking at the floor. It was like he's got the ball. He's got the ball.
You just think he's gonna score every time.
Then Bamford missed a penalty, and Wilson stepped up. He was like, "I'll show you how it's done." It was awful.
Oh, Bamford missed the penalty. What?
Oh, what?
No way.
Yeah.
Newcastle 6th. Fuck it, I'm going to put them there. 7th. Yeah, so I'm in an iron about it. I've put Chelsea as 7th.
Have you?
I think that under Pochettino, as I said, it's a long season. I think they will do alright. They're not going to finish they're not going to finish bottom half again, I don't think. Pochettino will sort them out.
I thought they were sloppy yesterday.
They were sloppy yesterday.
I thought they were really sloppy yesterday.
They were sloppy yesterday.
Obviously, I can't give you a full in-depth like what I thought of the game. I only saw it on Match of the Day, but chances that they missed, I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah, the chances are there, right? The chances are there, but they were just very poor finishing. They're missing Nkunku again, aren't they, as well? So
yeah, what's the crack with him? Is he injured or?
Yeah, he's injured again. He got injured in, was it a pre-season game? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was at the last pre-season game. I think he got injured.
Brilliant. Yeah, I've got Chelsea 7th as well.
Chelsea 7th as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really 50-50 season for them. But I think the quality that they have and the depth that they've got as well, I think they will pull through and get a top 8 finish. I just don't think it'll be blown out of the water how good. I don't think they'll be like, wow, Chelsea look really good under Poch. I think next season they'll look a lot better.
Yeah.
Just let Poch get
it will
his
take
groove.
time for them to get, but I mean, for they've obviously got a lot of money now as well, and for a team as big as Chelsea, they should be.
Chelsea have money. No, they don't.
Chelsea have fucking far too much money, mate. But I think with a team like Chelsea, they should be pushing at least top 4, if not, like a title.
Well, they've got no European football this season.
Exactly. That's
Literally
another
none.
factor as well. So that's another thing. If Newcastle have that European football and Chelsea don't, and then that could be a swaying factor between that 6th and 7th spot, So yeah, and 8th I've put us, Brian.
Yeah, I've put Newcastle. So we sort of touched up on this already.
So
I think
our top 8 are all the same teams, but just in slightly different orders, basically, aren't they?
Yeah, I were rumming and ahhing like who could creep into top 8. That could be like I always like to have like a dark horse.
Yeah.
That can come in like I
See,
don't.
Brentford.
I was gonna say Brentford, yeah, but I don't know. I can't see it.
I thought they'd struggle without Tony, but they're not.
Who scored
they're
from
balling.
yesterday? And Bueno?
Buemo scored one yesterday. And who scored the first one?
Jensen.
Yeah, it was a free kick, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a free kick and it went to VAR because
Yeah.
it did go past the line like the slide. It was a good free kick actually.
Yeah,
It did go past the line. Yeah.
But that Sharda, their new signing, he looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So they've got Wissa, Sharda and Buemo, they're balling. So the goals are there.
Again yesterday.
Rico Henry as well.
Henry, but Rico Henry with that mistake.
That's poor.
Second
That's
goal.
poor. Very, very poor.
I actually wrote down in my notes, big stinker from Henry.
Big stinker from Henry.
Yeah.
It's literally exactly the same thing that Webster did against West Ham.
Yeah.
Absolutely just, what is he? Just play it, just do something safe, put it out of touch.
I actually put in my notes for Brentford Bournemouth, but firstly, fucks in a starer. Tyler Adams, fuck Iriola. They've had us on strings.
Yeah, Bournemouth have been.
And they wanted Bielsa last year as well.
Robbing you boys, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dear me.
Who have you got going down then?
So.
This is actually harder to predict than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
I've got like one that I think is 30 going down, but then like the other two.
I think one that I've got rock bottom. Do you want to start 20th to 18th or 18th to 20th? Which one
let's go 20th to 18th.
All right.
Okay, 30 going down.
After 3, say you've got bottom, right?
All right.
1, 2, 3. Luton.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Has to be Luton, doesn't it?
Like the way, I mean, to be fair, they were. I thought they were robbed of an opportunity of a point against West Ham. First game at the Kenny, clear handball to me. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Mate.
No. I had the game on, but I had it on because I wanted to like.
Go on Twitter now. I'm trying to find the clip of. I think it was Ward Prowse that handballed it. I'll do a bit of talking. You find the clip and then let me know. But I watched them. My good mate of mine's a Luton Town fan.
Really?
I watched them play it. Watched the game against West Ham and West Ham were.
I see it.
Yeah, you got it there.
Yeah, it's the hand of God. That's
It's just like I don't understand him. That's there's just no consistency at all.
It's the account on Twitter that shared it saying, "Has the referee or VAR made a poor decision?" Yes, that should have been a penalty to Luton Town after a clear handball from James Ward-Prowse.
And that's in like the 90s whatever minute of the game.
What were the final score of that one?
2-1.
Right, did it finish 2-1 as well? Right.
Yeah, finished 2-1.
Oh yeah, that was in the 94th minute.
94, exactly. Penalty.
Stinks.
That's a huge point for a team like Luton. Do you know what I mean?
Did I have VAR hooked up at the Kenny yet?
True.
Is someone just doing it from living room next door? That's a handball.
Do you see all the West Ham fans would say, "We can see you in the bath," when they were leaving the away?
We can see you in the bath.
I think they're going to struggle a lot this season, especially away from home. I mean, we pumped them 4-1.
So did Chelsea.
Penalty.
Right? Chelsea pumped them 4-1 as well, right?
Chelsea.
3-1.
I think was it 3? I can't remember. Chelsea pumped them.
Yeah.
West Ham got the points.
Burnley was obviously postponed because the Kenny wasn't ready.
Yeah, but I can see Burnley doing a number on them as well.
Chelsea 3-0 them.
3-0, alright, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was when Sterling had that great game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think they'll finish rock bottom. I think they're just gonna. I think the class of the Premier League is going to be too much. They're gonna have to get points at Kenilworth wherever they can, and they're unlucky. Yes, was it Friday? Sorry, they're game Friday. They're unlucky there to not have the opportunity to get a point, but West Ham were the better team.
Yeah,
for like 80 minutes. So.
It is gonna absolutely ruin them on a fitness level, like keeping up to the pace of the Premier League, because like that game against West Ham was so intense.
Yeah.
And you're coming out with it, no points. It's deflating because I've been there.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I've seen Leeds absolutely put everything into a game and then just get like even a point or no points, and it's just a bit.
We were there not too long. I mean, we scraped survival, but the first season we were in the Premier League, we were very, very different team to what we are now. So
interestingly, right, neither of us have Villa in as top 8.
That's another team that I was going to mention when you said about the dark horses. I think Villa.
Speaking of Villa, though, Matty Cash has scored an own goal.
Yeah, I just see that actually. Yeah, 2-0 in it. Matty Cash, who had a great game. Was it last week he scored twice?
Yeah, I think so.
He's had a very hot and cold few weeks. He missed an open goal 2 weeks ago, was it?
Do you know when
2
Villa
goals
don't
last
perform?
week and an open goal this week.
When Villa don't perform, though, neither does my fantasy, because I got Diaby and Watkins in my
I got
fantasy.
Watkins, yeah. Diaby, I'll get into him a bit later because we're going to do a bit of transfer talk, aren't we? But
yeah.
I think Villa, they could sneak in there. They could be a dark horse, but they were very poor in the first game week against Newcastle, weren't they?
Yeah.
Very poor.
Very poor. They got a goal though, didn't they, right?
Yeah, but
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just been such a crazy start to the season this season. Like,
yeah.
Look at all the results. Like even like yesterday's match results. You got 5 goals from Spurs. You got 5 goals from City.
Yeah, 5 Spurs. Spurs, I think, have been the most surprising team for me so far, as how well they've been performing so soon after a monumental departure. Their main guy, like that's surely gonna. I mean, they've got a new manager as well. To be fair, like that, they're a whole new system for them, a whole new realm of football that they're.
Yeah, I was unsure on him as well. To be fair, but he's really likeable actually.
What, Big Ange?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good little style of play. It's very clear what they're trying to do when they play, which is something that I haven't seen in Spurs for a while.
Yeah.
But when they're playing, you can sort of see that they're getting planned.
Yeah, it's positive football, isn't it?
Yeah, really positive.
Anyway, we digress. 19th.
Sheffield United.
I've gone with the same.
Have you?
Sheffield United. Yeah, I mean, judging from the first 2 games, I think it was. I mean, I saw the highlights of them against Forest, and they looked pretty ropey around the back. They scored a good goal. It was a bit of a sort of half chance. It was very well taken. But I think against the top of our teams are gonna. Well, I mean, they gave City a good game, but that's because they put 10 men behind the ball and then got a good chance at the end. But I think as the season goes on, I think they're gonna struggle.
I thought they played okay yesterday. I showed that game at the pub.
Yeah, I bet against Everton. That's a battle of the bombs, that isn't it?
It is proper battle of the bomb. Yeah, it's so bad, isn't it? But to be fair, it was a good game as it happens. I don't know if you saw it. I thought it was a pretty
saw
decent
much
game.
of the day.
Cameron Archer. Good selection. Chef have done some good business.
Pickford made some great saves, didn't he?
Oh yeah, especially with his back when he wasn't looking. That's such an unfortunate one.
Yeah, you can't do you can't do a lot about that.
We conceded like literally the exact same goal 2 seasons ago against Wolves. Like Traore just like did a typical, he ran free, saw he couldn't run any more forward, smacked it, hit the crossbar, hit Mez's head, and went in. And it was just like,
there's nothing that the keeper can do about that. I mean, he's made up for it later on in the game. Right, was it in the last minute that McBurney chance? Yeah. What a save that is.
A double save as well.
Yeah. So Sheffield United, I think I put them 19th, and I have actually put Everton 18th as well.
So have I.
Yeah.
Oh, so is our bottom 3 the exact same?
Our bottom 3 is exactly the same.
Luton, Sheffield United, Everton.
Yeah. I think Everton, they're maybe better. They brought him in. That could be a good signing for them. He could maybe be the difference.
Better.
And they've got rid of Mope.
Beto's been a bit of a hero for me on Football Manager a few times.
Oh, yeah.
For sure, yeah. So that's the Prem, innit? That's Prem wrapped up.
That's Prem wrapped up.
I'm interested to see what route you've taken for the Championship, to be fair.
Yeah,
I should know more about it.
Yeah,
being in the league, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I were at the game yesterday, and I was looking at the Sheff Wednesday lineup. I was like, yeah, Barry Bannon plays for him, does it? And then that were all I knew.
Yeah, Barry Banner's been there for time, man. Hasn't he? He's been. They got that Windass guy as well. He was there. Probably the best player last year, I'd say, wasn't he? I think he was pretty pivotal in their promotion season. So yeah, I'm not too clued up. I've gone off.
Have you gone off like recency?
Yeah, I've gone off of like I've had a look on recent form and squads and things. I've put Leicester top.
Have you? What a surprise!
I think they're realistically their squad they've got. I think they should be coming back up. Really, they should win I'd say they should win it. I don't know comfortably. I wouldn't maybe necessarily say that, but I think
they got beat by Hull yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, was it 1-0?
Yeah, Hull literally played the model that we've spoke about already with 10 men behind the box.
Yeah.
Counter attack, and I don't know how that got in.
But yeah, no, Leicester. I think they should
comfortable.
They're Premier. They won the Premier League. What?
7 years.
7 years ago, wasn't it? Yeah, like
nuts. It was just a very off season for them last season. I think they'll be straight back up.
Yeah.
New style of play, new identity.
Yeah.
But they've had the resources to come straight back up as well. Like they sold Barnes and Maddison, and reinvested it.
Yeah. And they've still got the likes of they've got Ian Atcho still, haven't they? They've got some. They've still got Deesbury Hall's been playing quite well for them.
Deesbury Hall, yeah. Like the way he played against Coventry was such a statement. It was like, we're gonna be fine, and we're gonna be more than fine.
Yeah.
So
I think they'll at least get top 2.
Well, yeah, as a minimum.
Have you put them first as well?
I put them first, yeah, 100%. My second though. Who have you gone second?
I've gone Southampton.
Have you?
I have. I've gone Southampton.
It's boring.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know why I've gone second?
Leeds. that's so boring as well. Though. Of course you put Leeds second. Would you have put Leeds second 2 weeks ago?
No.
Interesting.
What, when we played Birmingham and had Dan James trying to play striker? No, not a chance.
No. You've obviously brought in Pirro.
We've done
great signing for you.
Do you know what? Like, I was so worried in the transfer window. I was like, because the way we've been run, we've had loan clauses in like all of his recent signings.
Yeah.
So like you waking up, reload Twitter, Robin Koch out on loan, Wober out on loan, Jack Harrison out on loan, Aronson out on loan, and you're like, oh my God.
Your team are all
like,
jetting off to everyone, mate, aren't they?
But then you had like, we got bought by the 49ers, and Parag was saying, he's like, I negotiate contracts in my sleep. It's like, do you? Where? With who? Like, it took you ages to even get Leeds.
But that took a while, didn't it?
I've got Leeds second, right? Okay. And there's a bit of bias here, obviously. But I'm looking at the team that we're fielding and I'm thinking, yeah, as soon as we get familiar with Fark's system, I think we're going to be absolutely fine. So it's
okay.
The squad that we fielded yesterday, we had Melier. I might be wrong because I'm going off simple memory, but we had like Mez, Strauch, Rodon, left back Shackleton, which will soon be like Byram, and Firpo could probably come in and do a job.
Yeah.
Right back, obviously Jed Spence. He didn't start yesterday. He came on, but when he came on, he was very impactful.
See, I actually haven't put Leeds in. I've got them in my top 6. But
yeah, I feel like
the only thing that I'm thinking, right. I mean, again, my championship knowledge isn't amazing, but the game yesterday against Sheffield Wednesday, who I have actually put in the bottom 3. I think you're going to face a lot of teams that are going to set up that way this season in the championship, and 100%. Sheffield Wednesday are going to be one of the weaker sides to do that.
I think.
And I think if you're struggling to even score against a team like that, with the players that you've got up top. I think you'll still be right. I think you'll be wrong. I think you'll do fine.
I think Fark will. So we've got the international break now, which I think's actually came at a good time for us as well. I think Fark will assess it and think, right, we need more of a game plan just to, if they're going to play like that, we need to figure out how we can get a goal, maybe even get a goal early.
Don't get me wrong. I think you'll still finish high, but you've got to be punishing teams like Wednesday, even when they've got that set up against you, because you're going to have a lot of that this season, aren't you?
Yeah, we've got Millwall next. And Millwall probably go for it.
Who I haven't put in my top 6 actually. Have you put him in there?
Millwall in the top 6?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Who have you put third?
Third, Southampton.
You put Southampton third, okay. So only one spot.
I'm saying it's going to be really close. Like, really close.
Again, Southampton, recent history have been pretty good side. Been in the Premier League now for how long?
Too long.
Too long.
I don't know. A long time.
Yeah, I mean, I think they didn't do great last season. Obviously, they went down. They've lost toward Prowse, but I think they've still got a strong enough side to go straight back up. Yeah, I'll put them second. I think that they'll...
Did you get beat 5-0 yesterday?
Yeah, against Sunderland, who I would put third.
Yeah, see, my 4th spot is Sunderland.
Yeah.
Because I think Sunderland are great. But I think it's just going to be another copy of paste season for them. I think they're going to lose.
It's a big team. I mean, I thought they might struggle because of a lot of their success last season was loan players. Obviously, Amad Diallo, I think, got their player of the season maybe last season.
Yeah, I think so.
He had a great season with them.
They had Joe Gallagher, who didn't really do much.
Yeah, they had... Was it them that had the City players as well?
I think so, yeah. Burnley. Burnley have a few City players.
Yeah, I put them third, and I can actually see them probably going up in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I feel like...
They're a big team, man. They're a big team.
Very big team. Sunderland till I die.
Yeah. 4th.
Yeah, mine's Sunderland. Who have you got?
Got Norwich.
Have you?
The yo-yo team.
Do you think they're going to come back for it?
Yeah.
Be up for it this season?
Yeah, no, they had a bit of an off-season last season.
Yeah.
But I think, see, Norwich, they're always like up there, aren't they? Really, like they're always going to be up there or thereabouts. Well, not always, obviously, but I think more than likely they'll get back up there. I mean, where are they sitting at the moment? They're 5th right now.
5th right now, yeah.
Goal difference of +6, 10 points from 5. Yeah, I think they could be up there.
See, I'm doubting my my 5th spot. To be fair.
Okay.
See, I actually put Watford 5th.
Really?
Yeah, I did, and I kind of regret it, but I'm gonna stand by it.
So Watford.
I'm putting Watford 5th.
Watford, after 5 games, are currently sat at 18th. 5 points from 5 games.
Yeah.
So that's bold. That's bold shout from you.
My team in second place has got 6 points after 5 games.
Yeah, this is true. It's a long season. Don't get me wrong, but
It's a very long season.
we have obviously just signed João Pedro.
Yeah, their best player.
So it's he's a big loss for them.
Who have you put 5th?
I have put their rivals, Ipswich Town, as 5th.
It's
The newly promoted, the newly promoted side, Ipswich.
Interesting.
Now, that might be a bit of a bold statement as well.
Well, they came out on smoke.
They
hadn't
started.
lost.
Let's look at their.
They hadn't
They're
lost
sat
at
in
home for like.
second.
Yeah, and they hadn't lost at home for like since February or something.
Something crazy
And it's Leeds United.
Yeah, but that was only just. They almost came back into that as well,
I don't want to talk about it.
But they're 12 points off 5. They scored 100 goals in League One last season.
Yeah, and still only finished second, didn't they?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Plymouth,
who were sat at 10th. But yeah, Ipswich. I put them 5th. I think they have the means necessary to finish high. I think they've got a great manager.
Yeah.
They've got some great players.
Great style of player.
Yeah.
No fear either. I like that. They've been promoted and they're not scared. Just coming straight at it. We play like this. We're gonna play like this, and it has worked. It's worked.
They
so
fought back
well.
yesterday. Great result yesterday. They went down 1-2-0 and they brought it back to 3-2.
Yeah, nuts. 2-0 down, 1-3-2.
Yeah.
Was it at home?
Sorry. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah. 6th place anyway.
I put you boys 6th.
Yeah, I'll take that. Even genuinely, I'd take that. But my 6th, I've gone.
You've won it Ipswich 6th. Yeah, you put them up there.
Yeah. Ipswich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The way it pans out for me, I've got Southampton, Sunderland, Watford, and Ipswich in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
And I've got Ipswich going up on playoffs.
Really?
Yeah.
You reckon they're going to get back-to-back promotion seasons?
Yeah, I do. So
We're
you'd
gonna
obviously
have to, we're gonna have to clip
so
this.
like, hear me out, right? So you'd have Southampton taking on Ipswich. The way it pans out, third place, sixth, and then fourth place, fifth, innit?
Yeah.
I've got like Southampton winning the first leg at home, like 2-0 up.
Yeah.
And then I've got Ipswich on home soil, 3-0.
Yeah.
Been like 2-0 up for like
Huge.
70 minutes. You can clip it. We'll revisit it because we'll revisit it when Ipswich get relegated.
Nah, I can't see him getting relegated.
So I've got so like my 3 teams that go up is Ipswich go up, and then they'll play Sunderland in the final. The way I see it, so Sunderland would beat Watford.
Sunderland, would that be back-to-back playoff final losses for Sunderland, wouldn't it as well? They lost. Yeah.
History can repeat itself and be cruel. I don't know.
Back-to-back promotions for Ipswich would be massive. Man.
Massive, and I like the idea of it being on the cards because they could do it.
It was Ed Sheeran would be gassed.
Yeah, it'd be huge, wouldn't it? Release another album, and then you'd have Leeds, Leicester, and Ipswich promoted.
Leeds, Leicester, and Ipswich. I've gone for. I think my first, second, and third. I think will go up. My Leicester first, Southampton second. I think Sunderland, who will finish third, will win.
It's like a cursed position to finish third in the finish third and then go in the playoffs though.
It is.
It's like especially when Leeds played Derby.
We did that once. We played Middlesbrough in the last game of the season. Whoever won that game. Well, no, actually, we needed to drop points to go up automatically, and we drew 1-1.
Borough finished third last season. They didn't go.
Are they not rock bottom of the championship? Aren't
Rock bottom of the championship.
What's going on there? Oh, they've lost Akpom, haven't they? They lost their star striker.
Archer, as well.
So they're now -8 after 5 games.
They've just got Sam Greenwood though.
Wow.
What
a sign that is.
It's huge.
What a bloody signing that is, mate.
It's a statement of intent from Borough, that.
So let's go for our bottom 3 then.
Okay.
Bottom 3.
How do you want
Alright, let's do this opposite way.
Is it not? I might be wrong here. The bottom 4 get relegated in the championship.
Nah, that's League 2, isn't it? I think.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's just bottom 3.
Cool.
Come on, you should know this, mate. It's your league now.
I don't pay attention to the bottom of this
It's
table.
the wrong side of the league, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be down there currently at 15th. Yeah.
That's
Should we do this opposite way? Should we go 22nd to 24th?
Yeah. Go on then.
Yeah. Okay, so 22nd I put Rotherham.
Yeah, so you've gone 22nd Rotherham.
Yeah.
I've also gone Rotherham 22nd actually.
I think they've just. I've actually been to a Rotherham game.
Have you?
We live in Leeds, don't we? So Rotherham's not too far away. I've been to a Rotherham game and they're just a League One team, man. Honestly, they're just a League One team. Where did they even finish last season?
I don't know.
Let's get the league up last season. Championship.
I've got it up
Standings,
here.
22, 23.
They finished 19th last season.
Do you know what I mean? Like last season they're down there.
And then the season before that, 21, 22, they weren't even in the league.
Did they come up with it before that? Right, yeah. I just don't think they have the facilities to...
I don't think you've had the facilities for that, big man.
Nah, I just don't. I'm trying to say, I don't really know a lot about it, so it's a bit of a blind judgment, I guess, but...
Well, where are they now? So they're currently 20th.
Right, okay, so they are down.
Played
there, well.
5, won 1, drawn 1, lost 3.
Yeah.
Goal difference is -4.
Yeah.
Our goal difference is 0.
You put them as well?
Yeah,
22nd.
Rotherham 22nd.
23rd.
Sheff Wednesday.
Okay. I've put Huddersfield. Huddersfield for the last few seasons. Well, obviously they had the playoffs, but then since then, they've been dire.
Yeah, they've just been on such a downward
They've
slope.
been dire, mate. They've lost a good few of their stuff. I mean, Colwell was pivotal in that season, but he was never their player. O'Brien's not there anymore.
He's never their player.
He wasn't. And I think O'Brien's left as well.
I think so.
Yeah, I mean they've lost a good few good players, and they've always been they've been down there for the last couple of seasons, haven't they? They're currently 21st. I think they'll struggle, and I think they'll go down.
Poor Huddersfield.
23.
You put Huddersfield 23rd.
Yeah.
Well, I've put Huddersfield 24th.
And I put Sheffield Wednesday 24th because
just a
Sheffield
dump
Wednesday,
of Yorkshire. Just dump them out.
Mate, they just lost to Mansfield in the cup. Who are what? 2 leagues? No, 3 maybe. 2-3 years below him.
Yeah. We don't talk about the cup.
Nah, Wednesday, I just don't think... Darren Moore, was it their manager, walked before the season started.
Yeah.
There's obviously something going on behind closed doors there. It's just not good.
Goal difference -5.
Yeah. They're going to struggle.
5, 1 none, drawn 1, which was obviously us. Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it was us.
I think 24th.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Obviously, we won't go into League 1 and League 2 because genuinely haven't got a clue.
No,
I watched the playoffs when they're on.
Yeah.
And that is it.
Nah, we won't go into that. We haven't got the time anyway, because we're going to go on to the next segment, which we are going to talk about transfers. So...
How do you want to do this? Do you want to talk about, like, big transfers, or do you want to talk about your clubs, or...?
I've made a few notes of just, I think, sort of big transfers, not like in terms of like big money deals, but I think transfers that are very good transfers. And I haven't done one for every club. I've just got a few.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna kick it off first.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Maddison to Spurs.
Yeah, that is really good. I mean,
40 million. So,
because obviously they were able to raid Leicester a little bit in that one, weren't they? And been like, well, you've just come down. Asking price comes down off of that.
40 million. I mean, Havertz has just gone to Arsenal for
65
million. And
Maddison's clear for me.
Yeah, Madison's so clear for me.
So
what a player, Matt. He's a great player. Scored a great goal yesterday. He's already had how many assists as well.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do great things for Spurs. I think he's exactly the kind of player that they need.
I think it's like a long overdue move for Maddison as well, though, now.
Yeah.
It's like, he's been phenomenal for Leicester.
Yeah.
And he was in that bracket of players when you were looking at the relegation scrap last season, you're like, well, if Leicester go down, you're talking like Maddison won't stick around, and obviously he didn't.
Yeah. No, he was never going to stick around in the Championship. He's far too good for that league. And he got the big move to Spurs, and I think he's going to thrive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he already is.
Yeah.
Unless he gets
4 or 5 games in, yeah.
some mad injury or something. But
yeah, well, hopefully not.
Right. I don't think he'll be like ridiculous, like, oh my god, he's taking over the league. But I think he will be very impressive.
Yeah. Cool.
Do you know what? A standout signing for me, or move, should I say, Elanga to Forest.
He's had a good start to the season now, actually, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He has a lot to prove, because obviously he was at United. Was he a product of their academy?
I don't know.
He's certainly come through.
He's come through the ranks, for sure.
Yeah, he's been at United. He was at United for a while. Wasn't really getting the game time, was he?
Yeah, no.
Here and there, but he's going to get...
I rate him. I really rate him.
Yeah. Great assist the other day. Scored. Very cool finish. Very cool finish.
And he had... I think he had Mudryk on toast yesterday as well.
Oh yeah, that little bit we skinned him.
The little dummy skin through, and then Mudryk just stopped, turned around, looked at him, and I'm like, I'm not going for that. And then he scored as well, no? He scored as well.
Yeah, cool finish. Yeah. He slotted it at Brighton, didn't he? Against the ex Brighton boy Sanchez.
Yeah.
Who I haven't included in this list.
No, really.
Yeah. No. I have included a Brighton signing though.
Is it an outbound or an inbound?
It's an inbound.
It's an inbound. Is it João Pedro?
No.
Oh, is it not?
No.
Who is it?
Ansu Fati, baby.
Oh, for God's sake! I knew this was gonna come.
The boy from Barcelona, mate. I could not believe this when I saw Fabrizio tweet this. I came up on my phone. Ansu Fati loan deal to Brighton. Here we go. Oh my God, that is the number 10 from Barcelona. That is the youngest ever goal scorer. Took the 10 shirt from Messi, and he is in a Brighton shirt. What is that about? Tell me that 5 years ago, and I'd tell you to pull the other one.
You don't even know Ansu Fati 5 years ago.
Ansu Fati was 15 years old 5 years ago. He's probably still at the Massive 5 years ago, was he?
Yeah, probably.
I think, is he 20 years old now? How old even is he?
He might be my age. Yeah.
Ansu Fati. I mean, what a player, man. Yeah, he's 20.
20. Yeah.
I think I'm so excited to see.
How have you pulled that one off?
I don't know, mate. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm so
I heard
gassed.
nothing about this at all, and then I just seen Ansu Fati.
It came out of nowhere,
like, oh
mate.
my days.
It fully came out of nowhere, and mate, what a sign that is for us, mate. Like a player of that caliber.
But he's a left winger, though. Like, what are you gonna do with Matoma?
It's depth, mate, isn't it?
He
Like,
can play striker.
We've got so many games now. If we can if we can,
Signed
play...
on to 5 for depth.
Yeah, facts, mate. Yeah, but can you play like other places as well? Like,
I'm sure he can do a job in striker.
Let's have a look and see what.
Oh, definitely on the right.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. Yeah, preferred foot right. Yeah, he's basically just left wing, isn't he? Really, but yeah, we've got a lot of games this season. Yeah, with Europe and everything. And so,
I think that's your European statement signing. That it is.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
Yeah, I'm gassed to see him. I'm gassed to see him with the Amex.
Just like our Championship statement signing was Sam Byram.
Yeah. Go on then. I'll throw it back to you then. Who's your next one?
My next signing that I think is decent. We touched up on it earlier. It's Hoyland. Hoyland.
Yeah.
I just think it's clever.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to take time, and it is definitely a trust the process signing. But I think it's Man U's Haaland, isn't it? But no, I think it's
almost
a good signing.
Almost identically, actually. Yeah.
Very, very, very close. Yeah. I think it's a good signing. But it's going to go 50-50. I think more likely it will be slow this season.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you reckon he'll get double-figure goals this season? No.
In the Prem or across all comps?
All comps.
Yeah.
Just.
Not in the Prem.
Talking like 11, 12 maybe.
12,
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But I do think it's a good signing. I don't know how much they paid for him. I think they overspent.
70?
I think they overspent for sure. But it's Man U's way of like they've needed.
It's the Man United tax, isn't it, mate?
They've needed a striker that's clinical, and if you've got Hoyland and you've got him for like 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe seasons, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Even if he don't turn out being a monster. But
this is the thing, mate. Like, I was saying the same thing about Darwin Núñez to my mate the other day. It's like he was there the whole last season. I mean, how many goals did Darwin score last season?
Not many.
Because I think this season, Darwin Núñez is going to be far better player.
That was it.
2022 Liverpool, he scored 11 goals.
Yeah, so like if he had like.
So if what you're saying is true, then Hoyland's going to score about 11 again this season then.
And then next season be really good.
Yeah.
It's really hard to predict, isn't it? Who have you got next anyway?
I have put Diaby to Villa.
I like that signing so much.
Yeah.
Really like that signing.
I think Villa, they finished 7th last season. Emery was the top manager.
That's their European statement signing, that.
Exactly. I think they've got every chance of winning that Conference League, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like
West Ham won it last year, man.
Yeah, man, come on, they're in a relegation battle last season.
Yeah, they were.
So, a team like Villa, come on, mate, surely they're gonna have every chance of winning that league. They've got players, big players, Watkins, quality player, quality striker, Diaby. They've still got
like Diaby on his day can be so terrifying as well.
Yeah, they've still got the Douglas Luiz McGinn, haven't they? Like solid midfield. They got that centre back as well, haven't they? Diego, what's his name? Was it? Or am I thinking of someone else?
Diego Carlos.
Is it Diego Carlos? Is that his name?
Yeah, Diego Carlos.
Diego Carlos. There you go.
I'm just looking at the lineup right now. So they've got Watkins and Diaby up front. They've got John McGinn on the left, David Luiz, Kamara, Matty Cash on the right.
Douglas Luiz.
Oh, Douglas Luiz, sorry.
Not David Luiz.
Oh God, yeah. Luca Dean on the left.
Yeah, I think there's
Martinez in net. They got Bailey on the bench. They got Tielemans as well. Don't forget that.
Yeah, they've got a strong team, man, and I think they could do well in that Conference League. And I think Diaby is a great signing for them. He's scored already, hasn't he? He scored.
Yeah.
Maybe even 1 or 2, but yeah, I put him there. I think he's going to do well for Villa. I think he'll take them to at least semi-finals.
Yeah, you need that sort of positive influence in the side, like Diaby, who can give you that individual quality when you need it. A bit like Isak for Newcastle.
Yeah, he's going to be great as well. Yeah,
Isak or Isaac, I'm probably going to get slated for that. But
I'd put him in this list if he signed this season.
Yeah.
But he did. And he signed last season. But he's great, yeah. Your turn.
Kovacic to City. Perfect replacement.
I was tempted to put him in here as well.
Perfect replacement, I think.
Yeah.
For Gundogan. So How much did they pay for him as well? They didn't spend too much on him.
30.
I was seeing this about City, and my thought process is like they have so much money, but the way they do business in the transfer market is so smart. They always do smart signings.
25 million.
Kovacic isn't a signing that when it was
plus
announced.
5 on add-ons. Yeah.
Like when Kovacic was announced, you want Salah sitting there like, wow, that's huge. City never really do that.
Yeah.
But they definitely buy the right players.
Yeah.
Like the scouting is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, even for Chelsea, he was
great.
A solid player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's exactly what they need to fill that role. He's played very well for them as well. Yeah, I think he will turn out to be a very good signing.
Yeah, 100%. He's already playing well.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
He slots into the system so well. He's very
and
very
like,
good.
Under Pep, I think it just takes him with so much more potential.
Yeah.
And
he's not old, is he?
Cheap business as well for City.
Yeah, for another stupid. Well, he's 29, so.
Yeah, which what's that? Technically your prime.
In and around his prime, yeah. Next, I have actually gone for Ward-Prowse West Ham. I think that is a great signing for them. I think it's Moyes' ball is. I think that's the best sign that he could have made for his style of play. Set piece specialist. Obviously, you're gonna get so many good chances through his consistency of set pieces. Like they're a big side. They're gonna have a lot of opportunities to get goals from corners, free kicks, direct free kicks as well. Do you know what I mean?
Best free kick taker in England.
Oh yeah.
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 Without
doubt.
I back that. I've actually witnessed a Ward-Prowse free kick in person.
From a dead ball, mate. He is just different gravy, mate. Different gravy. But yeah, 30 million was it?
Yeah, not.
I think it was 30 million.
Part of West Ham's reinvestment, wasn't it? Kudus, Ward-Prowse.
Yeah.
Kudus is a good signing. He didn't make my list.
I haven't seen him yet.
Discuss.
Is the only thing. Oh, he came on against Luton, but the game was already pretty much gone, so I didn't really see that much of him. But he could be a good signing. We were in for him, and then didn't materialise. But
yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah, but we've got Ansu Fati now, so it doesn't matter.
Ansu Fati. It's stuck in my head really bad, baby. Do you know who I got next?
Who you got next?
Nkunku to Chelsea.
Oh, okay.
I like that signing. I like Nkunku as a baller as well, though.
Yeah.
I think he's great.
I've kind of I forgot about this one because they agreed the fee like last season, didn't they? But yeah. It didn't come through.
So it kind of did go under the radar a bit, but I really do think it's a good signing, and I think he'll do really well. He's injured now.
Yeah, he's out for
which is unfortunate. But when he's back, I think you'll notice it. Nkunku's return will be what reignites Chelsea a little bit.
Yeah, because I've got Jackson knee injury for an extended period. I don't even think he has a return date yet, you know.
Really?
Mhm.
Mad. Yeah, no. Nkunku. Obviously, with this being like such a long ongoing like news and move, I don't really know like what the fees were for it, but I just think it's good.
Yeah.
He's an explosive player and a finisher. He can bag. He's a bags merchant.
Yeah. He did so alright in pre-season as well when he played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He bagged, didn't he? He bagged the few.
Against us, I think he did, yeah. we played it.
That's how I remind you of that one. I actually watched that game at like 1 a.m.
Yeah, I did as well. Unfortunately. I'm going to do one more.
Okay, you got one more.
I've gone for Onana in goal for Man United.
So, yeah.
Because I think that they've needed, obviously, De Gea, great shot stopper, and he's been great for that team for a while, but I think
to
take Ten Hag ball to the next sort of stage where they need to go, they need that more of a sort of ball playing goalkeeper, more confident with his
distribution is really good.
Yeah.
He's a commander as well. Like, I know you got Bruno for that in that Man U setup, but like, if Onana can just spout some shit at your back line,
especially with Harry Maguire not playing that as well, like.
Harry Maguire still made the England team.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that. But yeah, I think Onana is a very smart signing for United. I think he was their first signing in summer, I think, wasn't he? Pretty sure.
No, Mount one.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Which I think's not a great.
Which I have not picked. Yeah.
I have not mentioned that one either.
No.
60-odd million for Mason Mount.
Just
Money Mace.
Silly.
Yeah.
Onana.
I don't think
47 million. Not bad.
Not bad. It wasn't even it wasn't that bad in the Champions League final either.
No.
Oh no.
He's a solid keeper, man. He's good. As I said, good distribution. Exactly what Man United need, because that's where De Gea's game was lacking.
Yeah, for sure.
But
a good shot stopper as well.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's been clipped a little bit for like a few questionable decisions early on, but like you're gonna get that with a keeper that likes to distribute and likes to be involved.
That definitely was a penalty there. The way he completely wiped out.
Oh god, yeah.
That was it. Wolves player, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was appalling. That. Speaking of which, Wolves is still 0-0.
Yeah, I just had a look at that. It doesn't look
0-0.
like what's going on there. I don't think. I'm just taking a look. Like Wolves have had 9 shots to Palace's 6. 1 on target for Wolves.
So I thought Wolves might struggle without Nunez now, because that deal went through, didn't it?
I think they will struggle, but I think Wolves are just a comfortable mid-table Prem side, maybe lower end of the mid-table.
They struggled last season, didn't they? They scraped it last season.
Yeah, they did. We beat them twice.
See, I thought they'd struggle before. I would have put them. If I was doing predictions now, before I saw any games, I would have probably put them 18th.
Really?
Judging from last season, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because the manager went, didn't they? So I thought they were going to take a while to adjust, but nope, they're doing all right. I think they'll be right.
Yeah, mid-table cruise, nothing season for them.
Yeah.
Go out of the cup. Usual. Very standard.
Yeah.
My last signing is not a Prem signing, and it's just because I want to put in a little bit of Leeds bias here. I've actually put Perot to Leeds.
Yeah, that's a big sign for you boys.
Finally. I was crying out for Perot from like the minute we got
I remember you saying, man.
I was cutting around like, get Perot in, sign Perot, stop messing about. Where's Perot? I need him now. No, I'm not waiting on Bamford. Yeah. No offence to Bamford. I mean, some offence to Bamford, I guess. yeah.
He just said he likes to score against Brighton, really, doesn't he?
Great signing. And don't get me wrong, at the time of recording, so yesterday was very ineffective, but he was played at like more like a camera role. Yesterday was really
playing more deep.
Yeah, it was so deep. It was really weird. I feel like it was Fark just trying to experiment. Yeah. I think he'll slot him straight at striker where he bags. Yeah, good signing. 12 million, not a bad fee.
Not bad.
Not a bad fee.
For Swansea, was it?
Yeah, he was the last remaining top goal scorer in the Championship. Obviously, like Akpom had gone, Gyökeres had gone. So, like, to logical business from Leeds.
Yeah.
Came in, we need a striker. Okay, who's the best striker in the league? That's left. Perot. Okay, signed him. Took his time. But that's Leeds' statement signing.
And you've got Jed Spence as well on loan.
Jed Spence.
Loan deal, was it?
Yeah, loan deal. No obligation to buy, I don't think.
I think your right side needs strengthening. I think he will bring that.
Yeah, we can't keep relying on Ayling.
No.
Not anymore. He's too old.
Mm-hmm.
Still a good player, like he can still do a shift, but like the pain I've been in watching him play this season, it's pain.
Yeah, I think it's a good signing as well.
Yeah, really happy with that. I think that's the general consensus around Leeds as well. That like Perot is a great signing. Obviously, he bagged against Ipswich as well on his debut.
Yep.
Always promising.
Away from home.
Just a striker's goal.
Yeah.
He was in the right place at the right time to slot it in, which is what we've been crying. I mean, look at Bamford against Leicester last season. Woeful. So
that was probably the miss of the season. I can't lie.
It probably cost us the season.
His face was a picture, wasn't it? When he just turned around.
What have I done? I've done it again. I was at the gate. See, like from my end of Elland Road, I'm in the cheese wedge, so like this was in front of the cop, so I couldn't really see it that much.
Yeah.
Or a bit bevved, to be fair. But like, I just remember seeing a gaping open goal, and then just seeing Bamford. I'm like,
oh god, yeah, I would have been fuming, mate.
And then he goes off and misses a penalty against Newcastle as well. It's like, oh well, get him out, because I don't think Rutter's the man in the striker role.
Would you play? Did you play him? Did you play two up top? You play Rutter alongside Pirro.
Yeah.
They could play off each other. They're quite nice, aren't they?
You hope. Oh, 3-0 to Liverpool now.
3-0.
Salah.
Do you reckon
Palace are winning. You're buzzing about that one, aren't you?
Oh, fuck off, Palace.
Can you guess who scored?
Eze.
Palace. No.
Edouard.
So, yeah, that's my standout signings of the season. I wanted to chuck a Leeds one in there because I didn't think we'd touch on Championship signings that much.
Yeah, to be fair.
If you want to chuck in another Championship signing, that's been great. It's Mavidide to Leicester.
Yeah.
Huge.
See, I'm not that knowledgeable. This is where you're gonna This is where we need your expertise in the podcast, man.
I won't call it expertise. That's quite a big statement to live up to.
I'll do my best to keep up as much as I can. I'll do my best.
It's a lot to keep up on, though, isn't it? It's so much going on.
It's a big league, man. It's the toughest league in the world, I'd say, in terms of actually being that kind of team that if you're trying to get out of the Championship.
Awful. It's a slog. It really is a slog. One more standout signing just whilst I'm on it.
Yep.
Greenwood to Middlesbrough. What a bit of business.
Stand up for how shite it is, maybe.
What a bit of business.
Was that permanent?
No.
No.
No. I don't think we could do any more loans. Because obviously we were going to do Cine. So.
Yeah, Middlesbrough lost their main keeper as well, I think. Joe Lumley, I think he was there in one. But...
Yeah, Burr.
They brought in O'Brien.
Yeah, I wanted O'Brien at Leeds.
Yeah, good player. Yeah. Good player in the Championship anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we got this week's predictions?
This week's predictions probably have to be quite quick, I imagine. I don't know what time we're on.
Yeah, we'll blitz through them.
We'll have a look. Premier League.
I can blitz through them.
Should we just do the Prem for now?
Yeah, let's just do the Prem. Because, to be fair, the games are in 2 weeks, but we might as well just blitz them out now.
Alright, well, we've got the Arsenal United game coming up later as well. What are you saying for that?
Arsenal 2-1.
That's exactly what I've put on my Super 6 as well.
Arsenal 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal at the Emirates. I think they'll do it. I think it'll be a good game though. I think it'll be a good game.
I think it'll be a very good
game.
Both
sides are yet to kind of hit their heights in the league at the moment, I think. But I can see them win that 2-0. Wolves, Liverpool.
Wolves, Liverpool 3-0. Comfort.
Yeah. I'd say maybe is that Wolves?
Do you see Wolves scoring, really?
Probably not.
Does Molyneux make that much of a difference?
Probably not. Nah, I'd say maybe, especially that is the Palace now as well. Maybe, I'll go 3-0 as well, actually, yeah. That's a solid shot. Fulham, Luton at Fulham.
Fulham. 4-0.
Luton Town, mate, they're in trouble, aren't they, man? I'm going to go Fulham 2-0. Yeah.
Only 2?
Yeah, only 2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Tottenham, Sheffield United.
Tottenham 4, Sheffield United 1.
Again, another 4 job here.
4-1.
3-0. 3-0 Spurs.
Yep.
It's Sheffield United and Spurs are on a roll. I mean, the international break could sort of hinder a little bit, but I just reckon 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0, 4-1,
boring job here.
West Ham City.
City. 2-0.
2-0. I was thinking, West Ham.
I think it'll be one of them games where City control possession.
Yeah.
And whatever chance they make, they'll take.
Yeah, I can see
Haaland brace maybe.
I can see like a 3-1 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them a very typical City game where they'll come out, have the controlling game plan. They'll know a chance is gonna come, and as soon as it comes, they'll take it.
Yeah.
Regroup, refresh, do it over and over. Probably get 2, maybe 3. I don't see West Ham scoring.
No.
No.
Bowen's on fire. And he's shagging Danny Dyer.
Have you seen that clip of Danny Dyer when he's like halfway through singing it and he stops himself? Like, that is your daughter. That's your flesh and blood, mate.
Oh dear, it must be pretty awkward, isn't it? But
yeah, especially as like a West Ham.
Rather him than me, put it that way, mate. Tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel if my missus was with Joel Perreault. Not my missus, my daughter. I was like, oh dear.
Next game, the big one for us.
Man U and Brighton. What are you saying? What are the odds, Paddy?
I think this is going to be a game where we'll struggle. At Old Trafford as well.
Yeah.
I think it could even be like a 2-2. I think that Man United might go up and we'll have to slog it back and maybe a bit. I'm going to get 2-2.
I'm going to go 1-0 Man United.
Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the break could be good for them to get a bit of a reset.
Exactly.
Because they've not been to United though. I think a lot of people thought they would be this season. I expected better from Man United to start. It's so early though, innit? It's like sitting here being like, I expected more from Man U when it's been like. It's a long season. I have put them up there still as well.
Yeah. I think they'll beat you. I just do.
Yeah, I put them 4th. Yeah. Who's next?
Villa Palace, I believe.
Villa Palace. That could be a good game, you know.
It could be a good game, and I think it's Villa's chance to really step it up a gear and find themselves. So for that reason, I'm going to go 1-0.
I'm going to go 7-0 Villa.
7-0 Villa?
Nah, I hope it is, but I won't.
Diaby to score 7, is it?
I think it'll be 2-1 Villa.
Yeah?
2-1 Villa, yeah.
Who have you got bagging?
I've got Watkins bagging one, and Diaby bagging another, yeah.
First.
Mm-hmm.
Newcastle, Brentford.
See, I think this could be a good game as well, you know. Brentford's...
I think it's an exciting game. It's a televised one. It's at 5:30. So
I'll be at the pub.
I'll be resorting from the living room.
I would definitely be going to the pub for that one, mate. That'd be a great game.
I think Newcastle. But
I think that could even be like a 1-0 Newcastle, you know, like...
4-3.
Really?
I'm saying 4-3. And I think
It
it's
could
going
be
to
high
swap and
scoring
change.
to be,
So I feel like Brentford 1-0, Newcastle 1-0, Newcastle 2-1, 2-2, Brentford 3-2, 3-3.
I think
Newcastle
it'll be a close game. It'll either be a close game or it'll be like lots of chances but no goals because Newcastle were pretty wasteful against us.
Yeah.
But 1-0 Newcastle or like a 3-0.
Yeah, it's either going to be like really busy with no end product or it's just going to be an absolute nutfest. And I think it's just going to be goals upon goals.
That'll be good for a neutral standpoint. Anyway, Bournemouth Chelsea. You just don't know with Chelsea, do you?
Yeah,
you just don't know because like realistically they should be winning this game like 3-0.
Bournemouth 1-0.
Yeah.
Bournemouth 1-0. Sinistera goal.
I think it'll be 1-1. I think Chelsea will go 1 up, won't be able to put it to bed, and Bournemouth will get a late goal. Chelsea will shit the bed basically.
Nah, I don't know. I'm gonna say Bournemouth. I fancy it.
Decent. Well, that'd be funny as well.
Everton,
I
Arsenal.
would enjoy that. Arsenal are gonna pump them.
Everton 1-0.
Arsenal are gonna pump them. Arsenal are gonna. They're gonna come back from the international break.
On smoke.
And they're going to beat Everton 4-1.
4-1.
At Goodison Park.
Obviously I said 1-0 earlier, I was obviously messing. I reckon Arsenal 2-0. I don't think Everton will score. I just don't.
I think they could get a lucky one. Arsenal sometimes can be a little bit complacent at the back, but...
Yeah, they do have that tendency to switch off.
4-1. Put my foot down.
I think Everton are in trouble. I think Everton are in so much trouble.
18th going down.
I think they've rode the luck for so long.
Yep.
And now I think it's going to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Like they struggled against Sheffield United. So, for that reason, Arsenal. 2-0. Not exciting. No games in the next match week really like stand out, do they?
Well, we've got Nottingham Forest Burnley as well.
Yeah. Forest. 3-0.
Really?
Burnley are leaky. They're leaky.
Really? Not going to score?
Oh, no. Yeah, the Burnley will probably score. It's kind of part of like what they're doing now, isn't it? 3-1. Let's go 3-1.
I think 2-1 Burnley.
Are you giving Burnley the 3 points?
I think Burnley are going to get 3 points there, yeah.
I'm going Forest. But honestly, it's not an easy game to predict.
Nah, it's not. Both teams, that could go either way, fully.
Yeah, because it's hard to say, oh, well, Forest are going to have the momentum because you will be 2 weeks removed from playing.
Yeah.
And that works so much more in Burnley's favour than it does Forest right now. So, we'll have to see. It could even be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
But if I'm locking in a prediction, I'm going to say Forest to take the win. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
Well, we'll have to come back to this next week to...
Not 2 weeks.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah, because we'll have to come back to this after 2 weeks, because, the international break, so we'll have to have a bit of a think about what content to include for the next episode with regards to that, but...
I reckon we'll chat.
Could do maybe little
international,
maybe little Champions League predictions, things like that.
Yeah,
maybe.
Champions League in there.
Yeah.
Europa League because apparently Brighton are in it.
Because apparently Brighton are winning it.
Oh, winning it.
And Ansu Fati, baby. Mate, he's gonna cook. Anyway, that's probably all we've got time for this episode. But yeah, first ever episode of Footy Fancast. So we'll look forward to for more episodes to come in the future.
Yeah, until you get bored of us, probably. Yeah. You've said the RB 15 times in an hour.
Nice one.
Go.